All right, let's try this again. What up, y'all? It's your boy B, and I've been having technical difficulties these last few minutes. So, over the next 2 weeks, over the next 2 months, I'm going to be offering 5 people an opportunity to come live with me for 2 weeks to come learn personal development, mental development, real estate information, all of the things that you need to take yourself to the next level. So, if that sounds like you, I want to spend this next few minutes going over some of the things that this next level mentoring would include. A lot of us, I get so many inboxes on a daily basis, and it's gotten to the point to where it's become too overwhelming to literally answer people one by one like I used to. When I first got started 10 years ago, I was able to literally respond to every single inbox that came to me. And I would say over the last year or so, I've literally had to place my phone down because I haven't been able to get back to as many people as possible. We even had a team that we would put in place to respond to people and to get back to people's questions, but a lot of people were not really getting the answers to the questions that they were looking for. So if this is something that you're looking for, if you want that next level mentoring that you feel like you need to have. Many people know that the success that the Lord has blessed me with over the last decade or so in real estate, there's been a lot of various ways that I've learned how to implement real estate techniques that are just not being taught out in the real estate realm or the real estate industry. You have a lot of people who do offer courses and knowledge and CDs, etc., and workshops, but they really don't have the information that it truly takes to take you from zero to earning $1 million a year with real estate. And a lot of that comes from the personal development. A lot of the information that people ask me for, Brian, what do you do on a daily basis? Well, what our team has decided to do is to be able to offer you that opportunity to be able to come spend 2 weeks with your boy B, to see what I do on a daily basis from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. What does it take? How do you work your mind? How do you develop your mind? How do you implement some of these real estate strategies? How long are you on the computer? Do you really work 4 hours a week? Do you really work 4 hours a month? All of those things you'll be able to see for yourself and learn for yourselves from on the spot basis in a one-on-one mentoring session. So I want to tell you a couple things that you'll be able to do. There's a lot of amenities that you will have access to at the resort, at the Garden of Eden, and a lot of big things that we do. Everybody knows about the spiritual development and all of the things that we need, but one big thing that we do is fuel our body the right way. There are certain elements and foods that you can place in your body that we do have our access to our own nutritionist that is in-house. And some of the things that we are able to implement in our body has not only restored our health, but has restored the health of many people who have taken this opportunity to come stay with us for a period of time. So there's certain foods that you can eat that literally give you the laser focus that you need in your brain to be able to concentrate. And a lot of people I know have drug addictions. They have other addictions that they're addicted to that helps them with their focus. But a lot of those things have long-term effects. We will introduce you to natural supplements, natural foods that will literally give your brain the focus that it needs to literally, there's a energy that you have on the inside of you. I'm not going to really go into the spiritual aspect of it, but there's an energy that you have access to that if you can begin to fuel your body with the right nutrition, with the right supplements that you need, you will begin to feel the body. It literally vibrates. It literally carries a vibration, and you will be able to feel the presence. Some call it God, some call it power, etc. I choose to call it God power. You begin to feel the energy and the presence inside of you that literally radiates your body, that allows you to literally move spiritually on the inside. And when you can learn how to move that energy on the inside and move from this physical dimension to live mentally and spiritually ahead of your physical evidence, there's a lot of things that you know intellectually, that you know how to do logically, but you really don't need to know logically how to do anything that you can do in the spirit, because from a spirit realm, from an energy realm, you can literally move your energy ahead of your physical evidence. And what happens, I just want to really explain this, and we really take this into a deeper level when you do come stay with us. And I'll give you guys a quick brief. There's a website that I'm going to send you guys to give you more information about the details where you can see what the resort looks like, the Garden of Eden, the amenities that comes with it, the massages, the chefs, the nutritionists, and all these other things that comes with it. But when you learn how to move this energy, what you do is you move your spiritual energy to literally feel like you are already. I want to give you an example. Last night we were doing a meditation, and in our meditation we actually looked at the time, and the time gave us a point reference in the space that we were involved in. Like in this area, if you don't know what time it is, if you don't know what season it is, you really detach. And a lot of us need that detachment to be able to reattach to the situation that we're looking at. A lot of times we get in survival mode and we're diving into what's in front of us and we're thinking we're taking full advantage of the opportunity. But a lot of times there's so many layers of solutions all around you. But if you are attached to what it is that you're doing, you can't really see the whole picture. So coming here, taking advantage of this 2-week opportunity, it allows you to literally pull back from your situation, everything that you've been going through. I don't care if you're a business owner or you're working a job. Use this as your 2-week vacation to come live with us. Unplug from everything that you have going on and get a chance to literally tap into a version of yourself, a spiritual aspect of yourself that will literally shift you to the next level. Now, when you detach from your physical world, your identity, everything that identifies yourself with you, we're not really going to be using a lot of phone and technology when you're here. We're going to literally be dealing with the inside of ourselves, learning how to take that mental as a mental illness of not being able to sit still with yourself and learn how to sit still with yourself and feel the joy and the happiness that lives on the inside of you, that's been wanting to come out on the inside of you, but you just don't know how to deal with that energy. So we're going to teach you how to move that energy. So now if you have a space and time that you are currently in, and that current time is presenting you with specific physical problems, you have the ability to literally move mentally ahead of that space and time. And what we want to do is there's techniques that you can use to move your mind ahead of your physical situation by telling yourself, asking yourself, what would the feeling be like if I was mentally relieved from all of this? What would the feeling be like to be standing in the moment of victory with what I'm dealing with already, or what I'm dealing with in front of me? What would the feeling be like to feel like I am on the other side of this problem? And when you catch that feeling on the inside of you, the key to this is holding on to that feeling as if you are already ahead of what it is that you're physically facing. When you learn how to maintain this joy, maintain this sensation, this feeling of satisfaction, this feeling of relief, this feeling of joy, this feeling of gratitude to be past all of your physical problems, when you learn how to maintain that on your spirit, you will be able to go back to this physical realm and dominate, because everything that you stand in front of, you will be able to learn, you will know the secrets of mentally assuming that you are already experiencing the victory. And when you can experience the victory on your spirit, there's something very magnetic in this universe that we don't really get a chance to see on the television stations that we watch, on the Super Bowl commercials that we watch. They don't show you this information on TV on how to literally turn yourself into a magnet. And a lot of times we have been using our magnet. We are always using our magnet, but we're using it in a turned off state. And when your magnet is turned off, you begin to ask questions that literally agree with the physical evidence that you are standing in front of. When you learn how to not allow physical evidence to dominate your mind, but you really learn how to have mind over matter. This power of having, I'm sure you've heard that before, having mind over matter, understanding that you are an atom, A-T-O-M. And inside this atom that you are, not A-D-A-M, but also there is a psychological meaning of this. When you realize that you are an atom, you are a living, breathing cell. In this universe, in this infinite universe, you are an atom, A-T-O-M, and you have a negative and a positive inside your atom. And until you turn on that positive aspect of your atom, then you are living in the darkness. This is what your atom, your cell is turned off. And if your cell is turned off, all you need to do is, we call it activating the Christ consciousness mode. When you activate the Christ consciousness in you, you literally turn on the positive aspect of the atom that you are. And the light, the atom itself, your brain illuminates. And how do you illuminate? You illuminate because everything that you look at, you begin to see the solution. So what does it mean by waking up? It's just simply turning on the positive vibration on the inside of you to light your atom up, to turn it on, to illuminate your skull. And when you illuminate your skull, you become a solution-oriented thinker. You see the person in front of you is not the problem and never was the problem. The only problem is you're paying attention to the negative aspect of your reality. There's so much good. There's so much abundance. There's so much money around you that if you are in an illuminated state of mind, if you are in the Christ consciousness, if you are in the positive state of mind, you can literally change the perception of your world. This is when you, the observer that you are, inside this atom that you've chosen to occupy, which is this body, when you, as the observer, become aware that you have the free will from our Creator, from our Father, to choose a negative or a positive perception of your world, then you become the ruler of your fate, the master of your destiny. Everything that will begin to be presented to you, you'll begin to see it through a new set of psychological eyes. Your eyes will be wide open. You will then have the knowledge of good and evil. You will understand that the evil is your darkened state of mind to not necessarily see the good in everything, understanding that it all works for the good and the glory of God. So we do teach this in a deep way, but also there's a lot of businesses. Some of you all may be paying attention to specific businesses that you currently are operating in. And these businesses in themselves, they're very amazing opportunities. And a lot of us, we want to actually in these businesses dive into another business. But I'm here to tell you that your answer to your problem is not in chasing another business. Your answer to your problem is activating this positive mode inside of you to put your mind into a solution-oriented state of thinking so that now you can see that everything that you have been asking for is standing behind the door of you illuminating yourself. When you know yourself, so taking this 2-week time off to come live with us for 2 weeks, you will get a chance to literally step back and get a chance to know who you really are on the inside. And this isn't something that I wish we could offer this to millions of people around the world, but right now we can only take on 5 people. And the reason why this is important, I hope you're watching this, because over the last year, I've donated all of my intellectual property to a specific nonprofit. And I had tons of information out there, private information that we were offering, courses and CDs, but I donated all of that information to our nonprofit. So a lot of that stuff is going to be sifted out over the course of time to people that begin to participate and help and serve this specific nonprofit. But all of that information that's been donated, I still have that in my consciousness, and my life now exemplifies all of the information that I've shared in these courses and these books and all of these things that I've been sharing over the last 10 to 12 years with the rest of humanity. So a lot of the things that were readily available, I don't have the control anymore to be able to give that out freely. Although I've tried, I've went back and said, okay, under this, under that. But this is a time where I want you to read this scripture. It's Amos 8:11. That there is a famine that has come over the land. I'm going to see if I can grab this book and see this scripture. I want to read this scripture to you. A lot of us are thirsty for information. We know that, you can make money with real estate. You can make money with business. And I'm here to tell you that in all of that, although you can make money with all those things, that isn't going to satisfy your spirit the way you think it is. When I tell you, I've been to what they say, I've been to the mountaintop. I've been all around the world. I've made enough money to say, hey, look, I think I figured it out. Everything that you're going after physically is a distraction to literally keep you from developing yourself on the inside that will take you to many dimensional places of abundance. But if you allow this physical world to keep throwing opportunity after opportunity after opportunity in you, it pulls you further and further away from who you truly are. The number one thing that I can advise to any of you to do is to take time off, but not to take time off on a specific vacation where you go get drunk, you go have tons of sex and give away all your energy. You go and do all of these, and this is no judgment zone, but all of these things that distract you and pull your true self from yourself. Don't take those type of vacations to go and pure dump alcohol in your body and call it a vacation. It literally dehydrates your temple. And knowing that you are literally 80-90% water, that is not a vacation. That is a distraction to pull you from who you are. What I'm telling you is when you come here to the Garden of Eden, you want to hydrate. We teach pure hydration, pure concentrated focus. You want to have God-like focus. To be godlike is to simply have focus. If your mind is fueled with distraction, if you've ever experienced foggy brain, you tried to work on something, but you just can't focus. That is something that's in your gut that's keeping you from literally being able to focus. You have to literally develop the godlike focus, and it all starts in your gut. And that doesn't mean, oh man, you got a big stomach, you need to lose it. What I'm saying is that the gut is where your solar plexus lives. And if you are dumping all types of unconscious poisons, I'm going to tell you some of the things that's in your body, in your foods that you're eating. It's literally pure poison to literally cause you to have the foggy brain, the distraction, to keep you from thinking. If you could just hear what I'm saying, the foods that you eat are designed to keep you from thinking. You have to ask yourself, why are these specific chemicals in certain foods? If you just look at the ingredients, this is what I'm crying out for you to do right now. If you look at the ingredients in a Coke, just pick up a Coke can and look at the ingredients in it. Pick up a Sprite can, pick up a Mountain Dew can, and look at the ingredients in it. And then if you don't know what it is, if you don't understand what chemical that is, I want you to Google that chemical and the benefits and side effects of it. I want you, where's that toothpaste? That toothpaste that I had. Where's Alexander? That toothpaste. If you simply look at the first thing that most people, I hope you do in the morning, is brush your teeth. But the first thing that you do when you brush your teeth, you typically put a specific poison in your body that closes your mind from thinking. So you have developed habits that do not serve the God in you. And this awakening that you would get by coming to live with us for 2 weeks will allow you to transition your mind to develop the habits so that you can serve the God in you better as you allow him to occupy your temple. If you look at the back of your toothpaste right now, on the directions say on the toothpaste, I don't want to say a specific name, but on a specific toothpaste that you typically use, if you're not using the specific type of stuff to scrub your teeth, you see those pearly whites, but on the toothpaste that you use, it says on the directions, do not swallow. Now you tell me who does not swallow anything that becomes saliva form in your mouth. Over time, you swallow high dosages of this stuff. But the first direction on the back of your toothpaste, and you can look at it at yourself. And if you haven't taken the time to do this, this is what I'm saying. Some things you are being fed. It's like the world is like a slaughterhouse. For who, I don't know, but you can almost say that you're living in hell and you don't even know it. You're living in hell and you don't even know it. So if you look at the back of it, there's a specific ingredient called fluoride. Fluoride is in typically 99% of toothpaste. And this is the same poison that was used in the concentration camps with Hitler when he took over the Jews. And if you understand what fluoride does, it literally hardens the pineal gland. It hardens the pineal gland, and the pineal gland is the same the same mental dimensional frequency generator in your brain that literally allows you to think, that allows you to shift out of the dimension that you're in. So if you're having trouble being able to move your mind or rearrange your mind into a more positive version of yourself, you have to stop taking certain foods. You have to stop consuming specific chemicals, specific ingredients. It's not about weight loss. Like, take your mind off of losing weight. It's not about weight loss. It is about putting the right fuel in your temple. And if you don't know the right fuel, I receive hundreds of inboxes, and it's just so much information that I was able to donate to this nonprofit, but it's just, I can't type it all. So I'm offering 5 people over the next 2 months an opportunity to come live with us for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. Whatever you have to do, I would say your entire existence would depend on this opportunity. Because there is not only a famine, according to Amos 8:11, of information, of spiritual information, that people are starving, not for food, not for physical water, but they're starving for knowledge, truth, wisdom. And all you have to do is literally get around the right environment, get around the right set of people, and learn this information. And then what you do is you take this back to your family. You take this information back to your village. There are some other things, not only Cokes, not only toothpaste, but there's many other things that you put into your body that a lot of the spiritual development that you all have, you may have hit a wall and you don't know what you need to do. If you're watching this video right now, I guarantee you that you've asked God in you for help. And you're receiving your answer through information that's being offered to you. And what you want to do is you want to take this information, you want to mull it over, and you want to really think, you may say to yourself, can you afford to take 2 weeks off? Do you have the time to take 2 weeks off? What about this? What about that? All of the things that are distracting you right now from being able to consciously say, I'm doing this, I'm gonna do it, I can do it, it's already done in my mind. I promise you, they're gonna attempt to present themselves to you, because that means that you're just that close to literally breaking through. And what I had to do, I was able to take an entire year off to literally take my mind to a different level so that the physical could not affect me the same way that it used to. The mind over matter is as huge as you can possibly imagine. You have to literally take supreme dominance over your mind. And one, that's how to think. So a couple of things we're going to teach you how to do. We're going to teach you how to think, not what to think. There's millions of businesses that you can do. But if you don't know how to think about the business, how can you be successful in it? I've taught thousands of people real estate, and I've presented what to think about real estate. But my number one thing is teaching you how to think about what the world that you've created is being presented to you. When you know how to think about anything, then you can dominate it. How to fuel. When you learn how to fuel, what to eat, how to eat. You learn what to eat when you learn how to eat. You have to learn not just eat proteins, not just eat fats, not just eat slow carbs to lose weight. You have to learn that just because it says paleo on it doesn't mean that it's the right type of foods for your gut. Your gut is connected to your solar plexus, and all diseases starts in your solar plexus. Every disease, every allergy, I'm not giving out any guarantees, but by the time you leave here, a lot of affected by a lot of the diseases that you may incur, a lot of the sicknesses and the illnesses that you may have been subject to, it all starts in your gut, in your solar plexus area. So when you begin to literally flesh out that old bacteria that is no longer serving your temple, and you begin to put this good stuff in your body, this good fuel in your body, not only will you begin to reduce weight as one of the benefits, but you will feel the supremeness in your brain. You will feel the elevation in your brain. You will feel the natural energy in your brain. A lot of times in our minds, this natural energy that we take these stimulants and drugs for that will negatively affect your temple over the long term, there's a natural chemistry lab that you can put the right chemicals in your body. And as you put the right chemicals in your body, then you begin to stir up a mixture. The chemicals that need to be in your body to generate love. You can actually develop to the aspect of being able to develop the emotion of gratitude. And this chemistry lab will begin to produce the right type of chemicals that will produce HGH in your body, which is the human growth hormone. You don't need shots to produce human growth hormone inside your body. There's a specific chemistry that you can do with your body to produce what they call the fountain of youth. And so where some people may on something to feel that energetic, you got to be on something to be that enthusiastic. No, you do not. For instance, if you are cooking, if you cook for yourself, there's certain type of thing. I want you to, if you cook with grease, if you simply cook with grease, I want you to take that grease and I want you to go pour it on the grass in your yard. You know, you can't pour grease down the sink. What is it going to do? Clog it up. So if you put that grease in your body, what do you think it's going to do to you? It's going to kill the grass. Your body is the same type of environment. So if it's going to kill the grass, if it's going to clog up the sink, what is it going to do to you? When certain foods that you're putting in your body are not thinking, you simply can expect death. This body was not designed by our Creator to die. It was designed to dwell in and live in and experience this world. And so the better you feel, the younger you feel, the more youthful you feel. So there's certain specific foods that you can do as substitutes that taste just as good. Like my nutritionist tells me, the Body Hacker, we can eat the foods that we want that taste good, but we have to make it ourselves. So everything that you see on TV, you can have the things that taste the same. You just can't eat it from the people that's giving it to you. They're feeding you poison. Why are they feeding you poison? One of the biggest illusions is the illusion of freedom. I always talk about this. The biggest illusion is the illusion of freedom. But you have become more, when you participate in it this way, you become a slave of convenience, a slave of convenience. And by everything being given to you so easily accessed, Popeye's chicken, Chick-fil-A, all of these things, if you just look up and do the research, there are ingredients in these milkshakes. There are, for instance, a cow. A cow isn't supposed to eat corn. It causes acid and all types of diseases in their body. So if you're eating these specific cows or eating these chickens or these, not only is this dead carcass, we'll go on that another subject, but not only is it dead carcass, if you eat dead food, the body is going to die. The body needs to eat electric foods. Foods that are alive. Just think about the logic behind this. If you eat foods that are alive, what will you do? And the other thing about food, plants, foods, vegetation, it's okay if you want to eat meat or dive into meat, but you need to have a big majority of what you put into your body needs to be water-based. Water-based. A gallon of water a day as a human, minimum. The more veggies you eat, the more water you're putting in your body. Knowing that the more what you body will perform. Nuggets of information, of health information. There's people in my family who have been on their deathbed. And like I said, I know I can't make claims, but I can tell you what our has experienced. We have went up there in us, but with the knowledge of God, the supreme being inside of us, and we've given them these specific things, elements to place on them, and instantaneously comes out of the sickness. There's one specific ingredient 0.9% of all diseases are caused by the deficiency of this one thing. On your body. I'm talking about from cancer to Alzheimer's to nerve diseases to heart failure, to all of these things that people are suffering, aches and pains and joint. It brings joy to my heart to be able to share with the masses. As these baby boomers begin to experience pain, they have a habit of inserting the wrong foods. One of the specific students that I had, their mother was literally sentenced to death over a matter of a few weeks. And I presented this fuel to put into the body. And I'm not saying that some of these things are the best tasting things, but the specific person said, "You mean to tell me that I have to eat this to live, and it doesn't taste what, the chitlins taste like or the fried chicken tastes like?" And my question to you is, will you allow your taste buds to determine the longevity of your life? So a big part of this coming to live with your boy B for 2 weeks. You all know that I love the mind development. I love teaching the overflow of abundance of information that rises on the inside of me. But more importantly, I want to teach you how to consciously live forever. How to live youthful in this body as long as you want to. How to live forever if you want to in the temple that you've chosen. This body is designed to live as long as you choose to occupy it. The more you eat things that are not water-based foods, the quicker you die. What am I saying? This is scientifically proven. The more calories that you consume, the faster you're going to the grave. The less calories you consume, the longer you stay alive. Water-based foods are dense. They don't have any calories in them. And so the more you eat vegetation, the longer you live. So you may say you don't want to live forever in this body, and that is fine. But a lot of people that we know are literally dropping off because they are unconscious to the foods that they're putting in their body. They're unconscious to the poison. Let me ask you this. If you knew, if there was rat poison in front of you, and in this chemistry lab, they put all of this sugar base in it and all of these other things, food coloring and all of these things to make this rat poison taste good, and you only ate a scoop of it a day. Maybe the scoop by itself won't make you drop dead. Those scoops over time will begin to see effects. In the last year alone, you have been eating poison. If you've been sick in the last couple days, you are eating poison. There is scientific proof that the body is not designed to be sick. So there's something that you're eating that is causing you to be sick. And you literally don't have to eat poison. You have a choice. And I want to give you the opportunity to consciously choose what it is that you're putting in your body, that if you want to give in to your taste buds, if you just simply take these 2 weeks, you will reset your taste buds. You will reset your mind. You will unplug from all of the junk. You will unplug from all of the TVs. The TVs itself is constantly rotating a frequency of negative information in you. It's telling you how bad things are, how bad things were, how bad things are going to be. It's telling you about who shot who killed who's doing this to who, all of those things. You need to literally get out of that world. Get out of that world and literally come and step into a mindset in a world of peace. And by being here for 2 weeks, it is a place of serenity. We call this place our heaven. We call it our holy ground. We call it our Eden because all day we're feeding the mind with the fruit of God. We're feeding the mind with the presence of God. We're having fun. And I don't want you to think that your traditional aspect of God, of the holier than thou or the religious aspect, when I say we're feeding our mind with God, to us, God is fun. God is all of the good qualities of life that you can imagine. God is all of the fun qualities and the fun, happy aspects of life that you can imagine. We're real people, and we allow God to experience life to us in a place of peace and harmony. So when you come, and if you are one of the chosen ones to get this opportunity to come live with us for 2 weeks, you'll get a chance to see the environment that you need to really spread to your family, your unit, your community. And it is our desire that every family will get an opportunity to spread this information like a virus, but in a good way. To spread this knowledge, to spread this wisdom. So 5 people at a time is all we can commit to. There's a couple things as peace. We're sitting on, I believe, right at 17 to 20 acres, and it's pure nature. We're surrounded by nature. We believe in pure freedom. We believe in pure joy, pure happiness, good fuel, good food. And if you want to go back and participate in the world as you do now, you will have an enlightened mind, a new way of thinking. We have a new way of abundance. It's pretty cold outside right now, but we do have a salt swimming pool, jacuzzi, fire pit, all those other things. Let me see if I can take you outside and give you an opportunity to experience. It's beautiful. It's nature, and you get a chance to see what it is to live in harmony, to live in peace, to feel the presence of God all over this place. Beautiful nature all the way around. Nice warm jacuzzi, fire pit. Now, we'll have to do some substitutes for roasted marshmallows. Substitutes for roasted marshmallows. But so, got the fire pit, the grill, all that other good stuff. Oh, shoot. Got y'all on camera. Having fun. We got our weight room, so you can work out in the morning if you need to get your hair did. All that other good stuff. And all that other good stuff. Got a little weight room, but we do work out, and it's not that long. We do work out every day, and we just have fun. So it's our own community. And like I said, the video, the link that I'm going to share with you, to where you'll be able to go in and get more details. You can inbox me for the link. And once again, we're going to choose 5 people. We're going to choose 5 people that are serious about taking themselves to the next level, that literally want to change their life, and live a life of abundance, live a life of peace, live a life of joy, live a life of happiness. And every now and again, you may need to come here and refuel. You may need to re-up. But everything that you want to do, you will know how to do. If you want the answers to life, do you need to say 100 repetitions, different words on a daily basis? Maybe so, maybe not. We know later in the things that we've recognized is when we tap into the Spirit, when we tap into this God presence, that God presence flows through us based upon the questions and the concerns and the things that you have on the inside of you that you feel you need to know. And believe it or not, things inside of you that will help us. So the reason why we are wanting to give back is not only to win more souls for the God consciousness that lives in you, but also there is treasures on the inside of you that we feel are behind the mask that you wear. And if your magnet, if your God consciousness is turned off, if it has not been activated, if it has not been lifted, if it has not been turned on, then there's information that you were created to bring to this world. And if you have not tapped into that God consciousness on the inside of you, that information is being withheld from humanity. So a big part of this is bringing that information out of you so that we can get access to it as well. But there's a gift inside of you that this world needs to have, and we want to help you do that as well. So I want you to inbox me, and me and my team are going to get back with you on the link to go to so that you can register, opt in, get your information in, and we can select you as one of the 5. We can select you as one of the 5 people. Okay, so the other thing is we do have opportunities like this real estate that we do have access to, properties, commercial properties, apartments, etc. There's another thing. So let's get to the money. So we do offer when you come here as one of the 5, there is a 6-figure. This is usually $100,000 training that we do with people, but we're not charging that to these 5 people. So when you inbox me, we'll tell you. They'll tell you the price and all that other stuff that you would need to donate. Also, because this is going to be put on by a nonprofit, this does count as a write-off for you as well. So this spiritual retreat that you do get to write this off on your taxes. So that is a good plus. But you'll also be able to get access to businesses that are readily available, to where the God consciousness that has been flowing through me and my team and my family, we have so many multi-million-dollar ideas that we have been on schedule to supposedly implement a year or so ago, but we need more people with this God consciousness around us that we can share these ideas to and get them executed. So there are a lot of multi-million-dollar businesses that we have already created that are sitting here ready to go, but we just need someone who wants to execute them and follow the blueprint that we already have in place, and that wants to be a part of the world, because we are resting in our own peace. But for those that do want to still participate in the economy, you can implement these ideas and go make you a few $1,000,000 a month, a year, or whatever it is that you want to make. And so that's one of the main ingredients from the physical aspect that you'll be able to get from this spiritual retreat. You'll come back elevated. You'll come back supreme. You'll come back seeing that your time that you've been given to somebody else in exchange for $20 an hour or $2 an hour, whatever it is that the rate of pay is right now, you'll see that you have been paid the salaries of a slave. And that is not as an insult or anything, but your mind will be turned on to give thanks to the people that did offer you an opportunity to make that kind of money. But you will see that there is better for you out there. And also, you will also be able to see that you're physically working with your behind, the less you have worked with your mind. And so now you will know how to work with your mind. So this is a gift that we are offering. You can inbox us. We will post access to this link so that you can get access to more information about taking this spiritual retreat and taking yourself and your loved ones and your family to the next level. There's a lot of hidden information out here to do with a lot of different things that many of you are standing right in the midst of it, and you can't see it because you just haven't turned on that Christ consciousness on the inside of you. So we're looking forward to working with each and every one of you. I look forward to sitting down with 5 of you over the course of the next 2 months to help you experience the life of your dreams, from an internal place of happiness and all the way to an external place of peace, guys. It's your boy B. I love each and every one of you. I want you to have an absolutely amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you sitting right here in front of me and sharing this wisdom of God that lives on the inside of each and every one of us. Talk to you soon.